Hello, I'm back again with a very special guest. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Erin. I'm a third year acting for TV, film and stage student.
Nice. And I'm Fabian, and I'm here to interview you about how you're running for Vice President of Educational Welfare for both High Wycombe and Uxbridge Aylesbury.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah, so could you tell me more about those roles?
Yeah, so I didn't know a lot about them until Harry and Beth, the current elected officers, were in the roles. I feel like although they do roles, like in the roles you do a lot, I feel like I didn't know the previous ones, so I didn't notice what they were doing, whereas I knew Harry and Beth beforehand. So I got to have a really good insight into what they do as their role, and also the behind the scenes as well that everyone else doesn't see. I get to see all that, and I've been really lucky that I've been able to do that because not everyone does, and I know that they're really hard-working roles, and some of the things that I would love to do for students, I could do in this role. So, yeah.
What are some of the things you're, prepared to bring to the table in this role?
Yeah, so my main 2 points, because I have got many, but my main two that I'm going to be focusing on during campaign week, and that's also in my manifesto, is student safety, because it isn't a great town that we live in.
It's High Wycombe.
It's High Wycombe, but also as blunt as it is, things still happen, and if you've had something to drink, you might be more susceptible to things happening, whether you're in a unsafe situation or anything like that. And so we don't want that though.
No.
As much as we can't stop it, I very much like, how can we prevent it and protect ourselves if it does happen? So student safety for me is mindfulness is one thing. Yes, I've had a drink, or yes, I could go on a rampage about this, but what we're told to wear. Yes, I might be wearing a short skirt, or maybe I'm not. I just need to be mindful. I could go on a rampage about that, but I'm not going to do that.
The floor is yours. It's up to you.
Women shouldn't have to be told what they have to wear. But just being mindful of the fact that if I want to go out in a short skirt, I can, but I might be more susceptible to people who want to make comments, and of the other things at the other end of the spectrum as well. So mindfulness, but then also having the information of what to do. So especially freshers, because they're gonna get wasted in their first week. They are.
Every year.
I've done it for 3 years in a row. I know. I've done it. I know. But like, not a lot of people have the information, and if you're not from here, you don't know where's safe. And so a big thing is the information, but also something I want to offer as well is, for the worst case scenarios, is like self-defense classes. So then, fingers crossed we never use it, but if you're in that situation where maybe you're walking across Frogmore, which is a very dangerous road in High Wycombe, and someone comes towards you and it's not a great situation and you know it's not, how you can protect yourself safely and also not harm yourself, but also get out of this situation, because no one really knows what to do, and you don't really get the information unless something's happened, and that's not right. You should have the information before so that you can prevent it. And then my other main point is mental health. So the university and the student union have some great services,
100%.
but hardly anyone knows about them.
Yeah.
And they're really quite hard to get hold of as well. So like, for example, the counselling service, there's a very long wait for that, and there's never going to be no wait times for counselling.
Yeah.
That's across the world it's everywhere. There's wait times for counselling, but there's many things we could do. So we could get more counsellors, which would decrease the wait time, but then also some of the staff are mental health first aid trained. So we could do, this was brought up in Universal Council Day, and I think it was an amazing idea. And I was just like, put that in my head. No, that's mine now. But drop-in sessions where we have mental health first aid trainers in a certain place at a certain time, and you could join online or you could see them in person, and you can just talk to them and have them there for you. And then when you need that immediate support, you're not waiting 6 weeks just to get an email back to say that you're on the waiting list for counselling. Just having that support, because sometimes when you're reaching out, they don't know the extent of it. You're reaching out because you need that help, but I have to wait 6 weeks to get the help.
Yeah.
So if there was that immediate sort of relief team, then it doesn't matter that you're waiting 6 weeks, because you're getting that support. There's something in place to get you through those 6 weeks.
Yeah. I think the support aspect of your campaign is really strong as well, because everyone always talks about support when it comes to mental health, it's helped to be alleviated with like different months that are like targeted towards specifically mental health.
Yeah.
But then it becomes about, it only matters in these months, and then people feel like they can't talk about their mental health if it's not in a month where it's a massive thing.
Yeah. I think mental health is important all year round, and it's also different for every individual person. I very much have the mindset, what you go through in life gets you where you are. It also makes you react and be the way you are in situations because of what you've been through. So two people could go through the exact same thing, but depending on so many aspects, but also what they've been through, how they've been raised, they're both going to react to it differently. And so it's going to be a different outcome, and also they'll need different support services. It's not all the same. And if two people come forward and say, I need counselling because this thing happened, they're put on this same level, even though no one knows the ins and outs of everyone's lives. And so you do sometimes need that immediate support just to get you through until you can get extra support.
All right, let's take a step back from your campaign for the moment.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about you as a person, your personality, how you work, the stuff you do outside of uni. Like, who are you as a person?
Yeah, so obviously I study acting, but I'm also part of BNU dance. So I'm a sub 4 wild card, which is really fun, very stressful. I have to learn everyone's positions in the dance.
Great.
Even if they change the same week as the comp. But it is really fun, and we've got a great choreographer who's put in so much time into the team and to make her vision come alive. And I love the dance. And I love everyone in the society, so it's really great fun. But I did used to dance a lot before that as well. So it's just nice to get back into it. I volunteer a lot. I volunteer with High Film Festival. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of it. Hope you have. But I wanted to see different sides of the industry that I want to work in. So yes, I want to be an actress, but there's hundreds of different sides to that, because there's actually filming, there's all the different roles, from the filmmaker to the crew to the editor to all of that. But then after that, where it goes, there's so much more to it. And so I wanted to sort of see that world and see what it was like. And then I actually really enjoyed it, and now I look after loads of volunteers, and I'm part of the social media team and the events team as well. So I'll help plan the events and sometimes help run them, just be an extra body there. But that's really fun. I've got to do things I wouldn't have done otherwise. And then the job, obviously. I work in retail.
Big up retail.
Yes. We are the Lords and Saviours.
We go through a lot. We do.
But yeah, we do it to survive though.
Yeah.
We do. It's quite nice. I've got a good team there. Management team is amazing as well. But I spend a lot of time there. I spend a lot of time volunteering. And that's all I really have time for.
Wow. Yeah, I was about to say,
much of it.
like, you've got a lot on your plate. Like, how on earth do you manage it all?
Oh, I don't like not doing anything. And if I'm bored, I'm like, I need something else to do.
Right.
So that's when my list gets longer.
I see.
So,
So getting this role is just another one. You're like, oh,
yeah,
perfect.
just come at me. Give me more roles. Let me do more stuff. But yeah, I think I like to do things and I like to make a change. And even if it's a little one, like an event runs more smoothly with Fisheye because I've put this extra thing in. You know, I did that and I get to say that I've done that.
Yeah.
So I quite like that and yeah.
It sounds like you've got a lot of qualities as well that would be very strong for the role. What would you say is like one quality of yourself that would make you like a really perfect fit for the role of, you know, Vice President of Educational Welfare?
That's a good question.
Tough one.
It's tough, but it's a good one. I'd probably say like time management maybe, or my like empathy, because I've seen a lot.
Right.
I've seen a lot, you know, especially I used to work behind a bar.
Ooh.
A female working behind a bar.
Yeah, you're a soldier.
Yeah. I was like, hospitality's not for me. But like I've seen a lot. So like if someone came to me with a problem, I could probably be like, I've been there, or I've been somewhere similar, or I know someone who's been there or been somewhere similar. So like, even if I can't directly relate, and there's going to be a lot of times when I can't, I'll probably be able to be like, I've been through something similar, and I know how I felt in that moment, and I just want to help people, and I think that's a great quality about me. And it will help the role as well. Yeah.
Your campaign so far, how have you been enjoying the whole journey and leading up to voting?
Oh, I've been enjoying it quite a lot. So I'm quite lucky. I've got a very nice campaign team. Very hand selected.
Personally picked, yeah.
Personally picked. I was like, I want you. I want you.
Not you.
Not you. No, I've got a lovely team, and they're also putting a lot of work so far, and they've helped me a lot. I've got people from different year groups as well, because
that's really smart.
Yeah, so like I see it from all different views. I'm like, as a first year, what do you want? How can I do that for you? And how, as a first year who probably doesn't know much about elections, can I get through to you so that you understand what elections are and you understand that who is right for the role, and you can look at the manifestos and be like, this person is, I want to vote for them. I think they'd be a good fit. So I've been able to like, my team has helped me through a lot, like with this, because my ideas at the start of this to what you see very different, because they've helped me see what I can actually achieve, and the main goal is to help students and with what I want to help them with. Some things aren't achievable within a year, and although I can sort of start doing it behind the scenes and hope that someone else will pick it up, when whoever's in the next in the role, but like some things can't be done in a year, and so they were like, you need to be more achievable, like do things you're actually going to be able to do in the year so that the students can actually see that, like, and things that the students can relate to as well, like the student safety, like they go out, they know it's not been safe. So yeah, I've had an amazing team, and it's been an amazing journey so far.
Nice. All right, let's dive a little bit more into your manifesto as well. Yeah, proper in depth, I guess I'll call it. So I guess on your manifesto, what is something that you're really excited to implement if you were chosen?
Ooh, if I was chosen, I think the self-defense classes, because even though it'd be a very serious situation to use them in, I think to be like, I've had a self-defense class, and to do it with your friends, to know that you're learning something which you wouldn't learn in your course necessarily. So acting, we don't learn self-defense. We can learn I don't know what the word is because I didn't do it, like stage fighting as such. Fake fighting as such. Right. But I can't use that in I can use it on a film, but like if someone's attacking me, I can't pretend to punch them, like, it's not going to happen. So like that's not necessarily something you're going to learn in your course, but it's something you can learn at uni that you can carry through your entire life. Even if you never use it, we pray that you don't.
Hopefully not.
But like it's something that you wouldn't learn otherwise, I think, unless you went out and seeked it.
Yeah. You're coming at this from a really unique angle, I'd say, with the self-defense classes, for example. It's not really something students would expect. Would you say you came into your campaign trying to bring this sort of unique angle, unique spin to, I guess, try and attract, more eyes, or was it more that the uniqueness came along the way, sort of thing? Like you tried to angle it towards what students wanted and sort of thought people wouldn't consider this, and it's something we all need, sort of thing.
I think it came along the way because I knew I wanted to do student safety, and I just thought, what is something that the university doesn't offer or doesn't offer enough of that other people probably wouldn't think of, that would really help. And I guess it being so unique, it might draw more eyes, which is very helpful, obviously. But yeah, I never thought I want a unique campaign. It just sort of happened naturally. Yeah.
That's good. So obviously you're not just applying for Vice President of Educational Welfare for High Wycombe, but also for Uxbridge and Aylesbury. How would you keep the equality between all of the campuses in terms of your campaign?
So obviously one thing, I wouldn't be both. So I'd be in constant contact with whoever is the other, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I was High Wycombe, whoever is Uxbridge and Aylesbury, or if I was Uxbridge and Aylesbury, whoever was High Wycombe, I'd be in constant communication with them, and I'd say, let's get this in both, because Uxbridge and Aylesbury can also be quite dangerous, especially for those in placements as well, because a lot of the courses over there are placement courses, so they're not just coming to and from the campus like most students are in High Wycombe. They're to and from placements, which we don't know the routes that they're taking because it's their placement. It's not at the campus. So although we would say we don't want you to use the self-defense that you learn, like they would still need it. Like I think everyone's safety is important no matter what campus you're at. no matter what you're studying. And so I would still try to run it in both campuses alongside the other Vice President of Education and Welfare, and I'd still work on all the points. It's just, if it was Uxbridge and Aylesbury, I'd come at it at a different angle, because for mental health, for example, I know a lot of the students are slightly older, they've got families, they don't think about their own mental health. But it's still important.
Yeah.
And so I need to do it in a way that I could get across to them to say it is important, as well as all these other responsibilities, maybe even more so because you've got all these other responsibilities, because a lot of them have families and jobs outside of university. Most of the students in High Wycombe come 18, they've left their families to come here. They don't have children and they don't have that. It's completely different walks of life in the different campuses, and so it'd be about just saying I know you're a mother, I know you're a father, but your mental health matters. Especially if they're nurses, working in a hospital.
Oh, stress.
That is stress I don't want to know about, to be real. And I can imagine they're stressing under that, but I can imagine how bad it is. And they would need different support, but they would still need support. And that's what, even if it's different, it still needs to be there, I think.
And it seems from this role especially, communication seems to be really important, not just to and from uni to you, but also to students. And we've established that communication has been very difficult in the past when it comes to the uni and advertising their services. What would you bring into place, would you say, or what could you make more efficient when it comes to communicating with these students, getting the word out about your campaigns and how you plan to help these students?
So again, it'd be very different for different campuses. If it was High Wycombe, the students are very more like, they take more information from social media, and so I think it'd be good to have on the social media, whether it was a highlight, whether it was a post, whether it was a reel, just to be like, these are the teams, these are what they can help you with, and have it in writing. This is the team, this is what they do, this is what they can help you with. There's typically a wait time, how long it is. And then Uxbridge and Aylesbury, they're not as into social media as High Wycombe is, so I'd probably say having it physically there in front of them, whether it's posters, whether it's leaflets that they can pick up, whether it's information in there when they are in lectures, information given to them then, to be like, this is the team, this is what they do, you can get this help as well, no matter what campus that you're at. I think it would be very different angles, but I'd cater it to the students that I'm working with. And then also many people who are in any school officer, student rep roles, they know that it's really hard to get information out of students. Don't know why. They just don't want to say this is the problem. But I'd make it quite obvious that prominent that if you've got an issue, I will do all I can to fix that for those students, and then also set up different ways for them to submit that more than once a year, not just when your student rep turns around to you and says, hey, I'm looking for your problems, tell me what your problems are with your course and I'll fix them. Different ways. So again, it would be different with the different campuses because they're not in to social media or whatever it is, but finding ways that work with them and also just asking them, like, how am I going to get information out of you to make your uni experience better, because they are the source of that information and we're not going to make it better without getting it directly from the students, I think.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. I think that wraps it up.
How does voting work? How does voting?
Yeah, I was getting to that.
Okay.
I was gonna lead into it, like I've done the other two. Let me speak. Let me speak.
Let me cook.
Let me cook. All right. Perfect. Okay. I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Could you tell the people who are watching how exactly they vote, when the voting times are as well?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it opens on Monday at 10 a.m. and you can either vote in person. Each campus will have selected points within the campus that you can go to. You can also do it online on the Bucks Students' Union website, but you do need to be logged in. People do it without being logged in and they're like, why can't I do it? You need to be logged in. Top tip, be logged into the website. And then once you know, this is my first choice, this is my second choice, this is my third choice, etc., you number them. It is simple. You number them. If it's online, you press them. Press them.
Just like that.
Just like that. If you're doing it in person, it's a piece of paper and you number them. I think it's also still really important that you vote even your second choice or your third choice, because you might vote your first choice and they might not get as many votes. And so even though you think they're going to do really well, other people maybe not as much, or they think someone else would do the role better. And then if you don't vote anyone else, your vote then becomes naught, because there's nothing else. The way it works is, in case you didn't know, if they come out of the running, your second choice, then they get your vote as such. So please vote more than one. Vote your second, and even if you're voting Ron, vote Ron. Do it with chest is all I'm saying. Do it with chest. Vote more than one person, or vote Ron. Your favourite and then Ron. However you want to do it, vote more than one. And just vote, because it's really important, and these are the people who's going to be shaping the future of Bucks students' lives.
Yeah.
And when does it end? You didn't mention the end date.
Oh, yes. And it ends on Friday at noon. And then we find out Friday evening. And they'll live stream it as well. So you'll find out when everyone else does.
Yeah. Exciting.
It is very exciting.
All right, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully you get the roles.
Hopefully. One of them at least.
All right, and that's it from us. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye.
Bye.